Tell you what, it's like this. It's the Rubestar Koleszar show, and step number one before we're done is, let me tell you something, bang, is kicking Mountain Death to the curb. Used to be my number one drink, Mountain Death. No more. Kiss it goodbye. I'll have you later. I'll have you after I have my little sweetheart, my little baby. Look, they can't be good for you, can they? There's no way. So let's drink a bunch of them and see what happens. Bang, baby, bang. Folks, if you're worried about our very first episode, you don't need to worry, because I have our first episode completely laid out for you. And there it is, my friends. There it is, my friends. Number one, step number one. This podcast, the high quality nonsense of the Rubestar show, will be, shall be, forever be, is be, now be, this be, Theo Von style. It's just me talking to you. Riley, take your thumb out of your ass. Okay, step number two, Rubestar 100, folks. You might not know this, but it's long been a dream of mine to put the number 100 after my name. Rubestar 100. What does it mean? I don't really know what it means, but I gave it a meaning. That means 100 people that are down to go to Rubestar Town. And it was on Facebook, and we had Rubestar 100 on Facebook back in the days. Many of the old school fans won't remember this, but we would do a Rubestar elimination. Like, say I had 300 friends on Facebook, I'd do a show and just chop them all down. Well, let me tell you, that's a great way to lose a lot of friends. And I did. So, I don't know, I think we went up to 1,000, maybe tried to get to, I don't even know how high we got, but it's, we might be 200, 300 on Facebook, and we're not even Rubestar on Facebook, and we're Village Idiot. So, the Rubestar channel that you are watching this on, unless it's being pirated, my friend, is just about at 100 subscribers. Now, 89 subscribers I could ignore, 70, 50, 40, 20, 26 subscribers you cannot ignore. 26 subscribers, you're blowing up. You're blowing up. How long you been on there? A month? You got 24? You're rocking. Not when you're like 60. That's too mediocre. So when you reach 100 subs, it is no longer mediocre. Therefore, folks, we are approaching the Rubestar 100. Okay. So, and then what happens then? Something will happen. We'll do something. And, okay, so next episode, I will tell you all about the Aqua Cure. If you don't want to wait for the next episode, just type in Aqua Cure, George Wiseman, YouTube. Learn all about Yule Brown's gas. If that's too much work for you, sit tight. Give me some time. I will be right back with the next episode on Aqua Cure and George Wiseman. We're going to try and contact him, see if we can get a show, maybe drive up, see him, maybe just email him. Okay? If nothing else, we could read a comment. Next up on the list today, we have quantum grammar syntax structure. What is that? Folks, that's the code that broke it all down. AU is the symbol for gold. And when you spell words with AU, authority, authentic, author, auto, they have a greater value, a higher sense to it. The value of gold, if it were. So our words, our language, and that's parse. That's breaking the word down by a syllable. I'm all into this. I'm learning all kinds of stuff about this. And there's a guy, I believe his name is Jason Matthew Glass. We're going to see if we can get him on either the second episode or the third episode. We got to figure out how to do Zoom. This new thing is Zoom is taking us all by storm. Okay, I think by the next episode we're going to need new glasses. Bifocals, folks. The Rubestar just ain't taking enough L-histamine. Let me tell you about L-histamine. I thought it was improving my eyesight, but I can't read this with shit. I must add about a lot today. 500's 1,000. So if I had 6, it would be 3,000 milligrams. Does that make sense? 3,000 milligrams. I might have had 3,000 to 4,000 milligrams of L-histidine today. And I did it live on the air with Alan Cox, which we're going to get to, and we're going to show you all about that. Okay, coming up, if I could read this, it says blood type. Oh yeah, folks, you might not know. I'm all into the blood type. See, that's a little juicy sidestep from the quantum grammar syntax structure and from watching all these David Wynn Miller videos. So there's little tidbits and little drops of information I've been picking up and learning along the way. By the way, this is the Eat My Pussy route. I shouldn't have said that. I said that all wrong. But yeah, this is my Eat My Pussy shirt. So last time I wore it, a girl screamed at me, "Eat my pussy! Reuben, I want you to eat my pussy! Eat it! Eat it! Eat it!" And so, like, we were in a public place. It was super public, and there were people all around. So I didn't eat it. And I don't know. I kind of felt like I was being raped. But at the same time, I was like, you know what? Because she said it was this shirt. She said, "I really like that shirt. That shirt looks really good on you." I said, I don't know if she was just saying that or she's drunk or on coke or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? When a guy hears a woman scream, "Eat it! Eat it!" You know, you always want to hear that. That's what you want to hear your whole life, maybe. But not in public, not with other people watching. But yeah, back to David Wynn Miller. So learn all these little tidbits of information. One of them is that you should know your blood type. Now, do you know your blood type? I'm A negative. So that means I have the weakest stomach acid. I'm the most nervous type. I'm typically have more cortisol in my bloodstream than the other blood types. So what to do? What to do? Well, why not have a beer? Why not self-medicate? Why not chain smoke? Why not do all these things to override the power of the cortisol? Or we could get rid of the cortisol. So we changed our diet, and I'm not eating anything from the nightshade family, I'll tell you that right now. And I'm on a whole new diet. But as a result of this diet, I got on amino acids, which will help my stomach acid and do all these other wonderful things. So maybe I think, how about maybe I can get my, I know Dr. Double Goat out in California. Maybe for the 4th episode, we'll see if we can get a hold of Dr. Double Goat and have him talk amino acids. Okay, so that's the blood type, baby. And now, hay, I got hay today, so we're going to be setting up a little archery thing in the future, as if you care. Now, oh yes, I'd like to make a public announcement right now. My cousin and friend, mentor, Peter John Ballant, is wrongfully imprisoned, incarcerated, and needs to be liberated immediately. Those responsible for keeping this man in prison, you need to release him. He has done nothing wrong. Free John Ballant. Free John Ballant. Okay? So then I hope he gets out. Oh, let me tell you about this. Okay, coming up next, folks, I'm going to tell you all about the Jimmy Dore adventure. We're going to tell you about the Kurt Metziger encounter. And I just saw a snake. So and then I'm going to give you all the updates on Operation Rubestar, Project StarQuest, all the players. We got some people you never heard of before, some people you're going to forget after I drop their names, but sooner or later, I'm going to make you remember. Come back real soon, folks. Just a reminder, Bang, still kicking Mountain Death Liquid to the curb. Upside down, make me frown. Amino acids, turn it around, baby. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang, people. Dear people of the corporation of Bang, Pop Drink Soda LLC. If you would like the Rubestar to promote your drink, I'm open to negotiations. I would ask you reduce the caffeine. Or add a little theanine. Okay, coming up next on the show, let me tell you something. I watched the first 10 minutes of the Rubestar episode 1. Not bad, pretty snazzy. I gotta say, I look pretty wretched. That blue shirt did not make me look good. That girl was clearly drunk or had an ulterior motive or poor vision. So I changed the shirt and I shaved. So, okay, enough of that. Let me tell you about this. I watched the Jimmy Dore show and I really enjoyed the Jimmy Dore show. I watched Can't Get Right with Kurt Metzger, and I really enjoy Can't Get Right with Kurt Metzger. I watched Lift the Veil, and I really enjoy Lift the Veil with Nathan Stoltman. And there are nothing else I really watch or like that I can think of right now because it's not really relevant. So we're just going to leave it at those 3. So, I want to do a podcast with Kurt Metzger. I mean, who wouldn't? Most people, let's be honest. It's a rare few. And, I mean, as time goes by, I mean, it's still in the future. I don't want to just be like, keep reaching at these stars, so to speak. But it's just like, we're similar age. We both grew up on comic books. We're kind of like big dudes that are also nerds. You know, and we're pretty sharp psychologically because we were raised on comic books, I think, kind of feel like. And I just have different open-minded viewpoints to things. Not to say that I'm funny enough to be on his show. Wouldn't want to be on there to be funny, not trying to be funny. But if I need to be funny to be on that show, I am willing to be funny. I will find a way to tell a joke and be entertaining. Okay, so you know I want to be on Kurt Metzger's show. But how do you get on it? Well, I emailed him. I said, hey, how famous? Maybe this is probably not the right intro, but this is my intro. I was like, how famous you got to be on your show, dude? I got an email that said, you will definitely get an email really soon from the Gas Digital Network. I was like, oh, wow, an email telling me I'm going to get another email. Whoa. I never got the other email. It was bullshit. So I don't know if it went to spam. I don't remember the whole thing, but it was just like, all right, that wasn't the way to do it. Can't really find this dude's email. Not that I'm trying that hard, but I know that you could pay, like you could get services to get all their agents and managers and stuff, but still it might not be the right venue. Methodology. So I thought maybe I'd go to see Jimmy Dore, support Jimmy Dore, meet his wife, and if I leave an impression on Jimmy Dore, he could, you know, put a good word into to Kurt on my behalf. Well, everything went perfect. He played in Cleveland. I went there with my brother and my daughter. We saw Jimmy, took some blurry pictures. The only thing I didn't do was leave an impression on him. Yeah, my opinion. I had these 3 medical cures. I was like, dude, take this fenbendazole, you know. You should know about this. It's dog dewormer. It takes care of cancer, so they say. I mean, why not? I tried it. I'm not dead. Okay, and then burdock root. So if you want your liver clean and you want your blood purified, and who wouldn't? Burdock root, baby. Burdock. Those burrs that stick to you, you know, in your shoelaces, if you're in the proper regions. Well, you properly dig that root out, wash it, peel it, make a tea out of it. Boom. It tastes like, I don't know, 10 roasted carrots, let's say. So I dropped that off. And then, what else did I have for him? Oh, hydrogen, dude. I gave him some Dr. Mercola hydrogen tablets, okay? So he was like, yeah, thanks, man. I'll go see my doctor, and I'll tell him. I'll see, are these good for me? What are they? I almost guarantee you those things, 3 things got left behind, never touched, never used. The burdock root really looked like a severed finger on hindsight. It might not be the best thing to leave like what appeared to be a severed finger in gauze in a Ziploc bag in a restaurant at night. So I got to meet his wife, and I think her birthday was July 16th, but I didn't get the year. And that little bitch never replied to me on Twitter. Can you believe that, man? What? What, you can't give out a birthday? I asked her like 2 months ago. You're so busy. Well, I guess that's a good thing. Whatever. So, she's not the only July 16th that ends up in this picture. So they're like, yeah, we'll tell Kurt about you, man. And who are you again? I'm like, I'm the fucking Rubestar, man. It says so on my shirt. And they're like, yeah, we don't know what that is. And I was like, all right, well, let me just wrote this little note in her book. I was like, dear Kurt, I'm fucking awesome, dude. Let me do your show. And that went nowhere. But what I should have done is because I was sitting there waiting so long, I should have drew a whole cartoon and left that in the notebook. And then if Kurt saw that, I'd be like, oh man, this is cool. I mean, even if it wasn't cool, at least if you see artwork, you're like, that's cool. So, okay, so that was kind of like a mission fail, but it was still a little adventure. Okay, so now Kurt's playing Pittsburgh. All right, 3 hours away, 2 hours away. I'll drive there. I'll go to Pittsburgh. Fuck yeah, dude. Go to Pittsburgh. Let me tell you something about Pittsburgh, dude. Pittsburgh blows. Number one. Dude, if you're in Pittsburgh, just move out right now, but don't come here. Well, I mean, I guess pretty soon we'll have 2/3 of the population might pass away, so probably will have room over here. But I mean, you guys will have enough room over there. But why does the city of Pittsburgh blow, dude? It's about as straight as a monkeypox convention. Let me tell you about it, dude. Just twisting and turning, just going down these tunnels, and my vision ain't all that good, man, dude. I better up the L-histidine or find something else that'll do it. Okay, so Pittsburgh sucks, and then we got that. Okay, so I go see Kurt, man. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you what never to do. Never do this. Never eat sardines, and then yogurt, and then drive 3 hours away to a comedy club. Okay? You will fart the most god-awful clouds of sardine death. Just... Dude, they sat me right next to the stage, and I was like, fuck yeah, dude. I'm right next to the stage. I'm going to be a right and proper guest. And then I was just like, oh. And then it's just like, how much of your own fart can you, like, suck up really quick, you know, so that other people don't know? But I had jeans on, man. I was like, Muffle City. I was like, and I was like, oh, dude, I need to shit. And, what if I missed the show because I'm in this shitter? And actually, I dropped a real quick deuce right before, anyways, the end of it. So, the first guy introduced Kurt wrong. Can you believe that? First guy gets up on stage. He's the MC. He's all talking about me, me, me. Okay, that's all right. Yeah, that's what we do. If we're comedians, we talk about me because that's what we know. And so he's a firefighter, and he's this, that, and the other thing, and he's everything but funny. And I'm like, fuck, dude, man, I could be not funny. You need somebody not funny, dude. Right here in the front. I'm not funny. Pick me. You won't laugh ever. And so this dude's up there not making me laugh, and I'm trying to get like a, you know, I told you, man, I'm gonna be a right proper guest. So I ain't gonna dwell on that dude unless he was a Mason or something. And then the next dude comes on, and it's like Snarf from Thundercats, and he's like, hey, I'm a Jew, and I'm from Scotland, Snarf, Snarf, Snarf. And then he's like, Snarf, Snarf, Snarf. Yeah, I've got this dog, but it just lures little children in, Snarf, Snarf, Snarf. And then they're like, dude, Snarf, dude, you're a cat. You don't like dogs. And he's like, oh, no. So I'm like, all right, like, wow, the MC goes, oh, and tonight's guest is Kurt Metzger, and he could be seen on the Jimmy Dore show, and he's a writer for the Kyle Dugan show. And it's like, Kyle Dugan? No, motherfucker. It's hard enough to even say Kyle Dunnigan, okay? But you say it because that's his name. That's how you do things. You say his name. You don't say Dugan. It's not Dugan. I don't know what the fuck you were thinking, dude. It's not Dugan. It's Kyle. Why aren't you watching Kyle Dunnigan? It's the hottest fucking shit out there. Like, where are you, dude? You're in comedy, and you're not watching Putin, yes. Soon I'll show you my Yakult. Yes, you know. You're not watching Kyle. Of course you're not watching Kyle Dunningham, because you're watching Kyle Dugan. You don't even know what the fuck's going on. All right, so forget that dude. Next dude comes up, it's Snarf, and he's like, he's all right, he's okay. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm like, God damn, man. I'm just as not funny as both of these guys. Like, I could fucking... dude, if people are drinking and they feel obliged, like, because that's what it is. It's like, all right, I paid this money. I'm obliged to laugh, in a sense, you know, if you're being a right, proper guest, which I was. So, you know, and he was funny. There were a couple funnies in there, but, like, it's like, dude, like, you gotta go easy on the pedophile stuff, man. Like, it's not as funny as it used to be, you know. And, like, if you reference yourself that you're something 3 or 4 times or 5 times as a comedian, you know, you got a tight 5, a tight 10, 20 minutes, whatever you got. How many times are you going to refer to yourself as a pedophile before the audience is like, wait a second, man. Is he trying to tell us something? You know, it's like, oh, there was another one. It's like, dude, no, it's okay. It's just his material. Let him. He said he wasn't one. He just looks like one. Okay, all right. You know, and like that made me think like right away, this dude's a Gemini, dude. This says like May 25th, 26th. When's this dude's birthday? May 27th. Let's call the cops, man. Let's see what's going on. All right, anyway, so enough about him. So then Kurt comes on. Kurt was all right. Kurt wasn't bad. You know, he didn't like being Kyle Dugan's co-host. But whatever, you know, I mean, the joke's on him because it's Kurt. Dude, how great would it be if I had recorded that and sent that into Kyle Dugan? So there we go. Let's get a right proper chest up here. Yeah. Okay, so, you know, oh, dude, we're going kind of long here in this segment. Okay, so let's wrap it up, even though, I mean, this is the best part. I guess I probably should. All right, we're going long. It's fine. We have to go long here. Kurt gets off the stage. I'm like, oh, man, what's he doing? Is he dipping? Is he hanging? I'm like, all right, let's make our move. So I get out, walk over. Of course, I went solo, man. My girl didn't want to go with me. It's probably for the best because she's such a bitch anyways. An unpredictable bitch in these situations. You don't force her. If she ain't into going, you don't make her go. You do not make her go. Anyways, I didn't even need it because of the sausage fest. You know, just a few dudes had chicks there. So I'm like, I roll up on Kurt, and I hear other people are calling him Kurt, and I'm like, oh, it's okay to call him Kurt. I was like, oh, yeah. Hey, Kurt, you hanging out or you taking off? You know, and he's like, oh, I'm hanging out. I just need a smoke. And I'm like, all right, cool. I need a smoke too. So Kurt starts vaping up outside the comedy club. I light up. I go, dude, I want to be on your podcast. And he goes, well, okay. Well, it's not that big. And I said, neither am I. And he's like, who are you? And I go, like a C-list celebrity or lower from Cleveland. Oh, Cleveland, yeah, I'm from Lorraine. I'm like, all right, dude. So, like, we're talking here. And I said, I'm into astrology and I'm into flat earth. And he hits, oh, flat earth. I know Flat Earth Dave, who I guess is Dave Weiss, man. And right there, you know, here's weird. Like, from this moment on, because I know Kurt is a Leo 3, I'm thinking Dave Weiss is a Cancer 3, kind of. Like, they got that Leo Cancer understanding between the two of them. And sure enough, that's what Dave Weiss ends up being, even though I did guess like October 13th or 14th, which is 90 degrees away, so I'm not too shazzy. So therefore, Kurt and I are talking, other people approach and they talk, and so be a right proper guest, step aside, and here's where I fuck up a second time. Okay, number one, I didn't leave an impression on Jimmy Dore, okay, so he'll never know who the Rubestar is. I'm just a blur in a fucking pot-filled weekend for this dude in Cleveland. He's going to remember the chicken he ate more than the moments we spent together. While Kurt was talking to all these other people, I should have like rolled up on the MC. He's out there smoking, and Snarf's out there smoking, man. And I'm like, oh man. But I just wasn't feeling it. I was really waiting for my time to swoop in with Kurt. And then here's the other thing. It's like, Kurt's spending like 20, 30 minutes with this couple. And I'm like, are they really that interesting? Or does he not want to talk to me? Like, I don't, what is it, man? Well, I can't dip because I'm committed, and we didn't further exchange information to form any type of contract. Well, long story short, after everybody leaves, I'm still hanging around. I'm like, so what's up, man? Like, you want to do something or not? And he's like, all right. And I go, I got weed, dude. I got fucking treats. And he's like, I don't need your treats, dude. I got my own treats. And I was like, okay, dude. Do you need a ride? Like, that's right, you ain't from around here. Do you want to pay for an Uber? Or, like, I could just ride. We could bullshit in the car, dude. And he's like, I don't know, man. Let me go see. And I was like, all right, dude. I'm going to wait right here while you go see. So I'm in the lobby, and I got a shit bad because I've been sardine yogurt farting all night, dude. And it's like, what if I run into the bathroom and shit? And then Kurt comes out, and it's like, where's this dude? Oh, forget him. I'm gone. So I'm like, you know what, dude? I gotta take my chances to get my timing just right. And I slipped into that bathroom, dude, man. And I just slid one out so quick, and I was like, ooh, oh, it's all better. And I truly am starting to believe that poop is evil. Like, and when in the morning when I'm squatting the pop, I'm like, dude, I gotta get the evil out of me. Evil out. There's this little black girl. They're probably like teenager, 20, whatever. She probably had to be 20 to serve drinks there or something, 21. And she was on the phone, and she was like, dude, I need a fucking ride. Like, where are you people? And I was like, you know what, man? I'm about to have a real moment with Kurt Metzger here. He's going to come back. He's going to be like, yeah, yo, Rubestar, dude. I need a ride. I'm going to be like, Kurt, check it out, dude. Damsel in distress. Let's see where she needs to go. And then I'll drop you off at the apartment. Or vice versa. Maybe I got to drop you off first, and then you never know what happens to me and the girl. Okay. So, after I dropped the deuce, the girl was gone. Kurt comes out. Ooh. Right before Kurt comes out, I hear him say, all right, well, hold on. Let me go tell this dude that I got a ride. And I was like, oh, man, like, I'm not getting the slip. He's being courteous. He's being a right, proper dude. Everything's groovy. He goes, all right, dude. Here's my number. Text me your name. So I got Kurt's number. I text him Reuben, a.k.a. Rubestar. Now, we might have fucked with each other a little bit on Twitter, which I'll share with you in a little bit here, probably. And then I was like, wow, dude. And then he had a joint in his hand. He was just about to roll it. And I wanted to just smoke that joint with him so bad. I just want to be like, dude, man, mind if I just hang out, dude? And just like help you with that joint. But then I realized that the roads of Pittsburgh are as twisted as a politician's soul. And that if I'm smoking unknown weed, plus Kurt Metzger probably has Dave Chappelle quality weed, or very close to it. Can you imagine smoking Dave Chappelle quality weed in an unfamiliar town, and you have to get home? As it were, as sober as I was, I barely made it out of that town, dude. I barely. There was I swear to God, GPS said, go this road. And there were literally signs that said, never go up this road. Only come out this road. And the dude in front of me probably had the same GPS because he tried going up that road. And he couldn't because another car was coming down that road. I was like, fuck, dude. But, you know, like, GPS, you take a wrong. I'm like, all right, I'll just get lost and you find another way through this fucking town. So other than that, it's a lovely place. It's got a lot of smells. And, finish up Kurt Metzger. So, like, then I was like, oh, he don't even know who I am. I'll send him my YouTube channel. Nothing. I was like, oh, well, I got another YouTube channel. You don't like that one? So I sent him the other YouTube channel. Nothing. So I said, like, all right. What's the best email I could reach you at? Nothing. Okay, so that's 3 strikes. I'm out, dude. I'm out. Now maybe he'll get around to me one day, but in the meantime, we're gonna work on just being the biggest star that we can be, so that I don't have to explain who I am. He already knows who I am, and that's why he would have me on his show. So, and if he doesn't know who I am or ever want me on his show, that's fine. We'll move on to the next person in this list, this line of people you don't know. Okay, so that was Jimmy Dore, his wife Steffi Dore. That was Kurt Metzger. Kurt Metzger mentioned Dave Weiss. So, just by happenstance, I come across Dave Weiss casually through Jaron Campanella, who does Jaronism out of California. Spoiler alert, has almost the same birthday as Dr. Double Goat. Okay, Dr. Double Goat, rock star, a biochemist, master physician, what all his accolades. I'll get a list of them. Running his own labs. I won't tell you about the Tron suit. So yeah, Dr. Double Goat, which we're going to try and get Dr. Double Goat on episode 4, I do believe, 4 amino acids, and I think that would be a good 4th episode. Okay, so in the Zodiac, the Chinese Zodiac, Jimmy Dore's a snake. Kurt Metzger is born 12 years after Jimmy Dore, making him a snake. This is the second time I've seen twice snakes, 12 years apart. The first one was Robert Irvine and his wife, some MMA fighter. I met her and I asked her her birthday, and she's a snake. So 2 snakes, even 12 years apart. This is my theory. Like me, I'm a rat. I'd love to have a rat female companion. Female rat with the squeaky little cheese brain like me and the whiskers. I'd be like, oh yeah, man, let's go get some fucking cheese, bitch. And she'd be like, squeak, squeak. And we'd be on. But I can never hook up with the rat woman. I'm not ratty enough. So, but anyways, they're both snakes. So I'm like writing over this list today. Guess what I find when I'm writing Jimmy Dore's name, Kurt Metzger's name? Snake rolls up on me, dude. Starts raining. He's like, look, dude, I'm coming in. So I got film of that snake. I'm going to show you all about it. Okay, coming up, we're going to take a little break here. Guys, we went kind of long. 23 minutes. Okay, that's not that bad. That's not that bad. Okay, we went 23 minutes. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a little break here. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to show you our film of making a sandwich today. Reuben. And then, spoiler alert, the sandwich never made it home. I ate it. I ate the whole thing in the car. No mercy. It did. And there's not one thing on that sandwich or this plate that I could eat according to my diet, my blood type diet. There's nothing I could eat on there, dude. What? The caraway seed and the rye bread might be the only thing that was healthy for me. Okay, this is what you're going to want to make a Reuben. A nice hot grill, rye bread, butter, clarified, or margarine. I'm going to butter this bread real nice. That's what you want to do there. Butter that real nice. You put that right there in the center. Take some real nice Swiss cheese. Things get too crazy. I take my 1,000 almond dressing. Right there. Ooh, is that the secret? Push that to the side. I like to take a little bit of sauerkraut. Break up some bacon on it. $1,000,000 Thousand Island rubber band. Understand, man? Okay, got that Swiss on there. It's looking real good. Get another slice of Swiss on. Take my corned beef that I already have sliced up here. Let it sizzle. And you know, let's make it a double-decker. And that's corned beef stacked high. Put a lid on there. Okay, folks, this is how we close the deal. We seal the deal. Go. More corned beef than any man should be allowed to have. Okay, but I survived. Hopefully, you know, whatever, it's all good. I won't feel it in the morning. So we're going to show you that little video, and then in the meantime, I'm going to set up a phone call to Theo Von if I'm not passed out. So we're going to find his number. We're going to dial him up on the phone. We're going to film it for you folks, and that's coming up next, and we're going to see what happens. Okay. Stay tuned. Okay. We got the phone right here. I got his number. I'm going to dial up Theo Von and ask to be a guest on his show and tell me fucking he's awesome and other stuff. We're going to make it about him, not me. Okay? So here we go. Let's figure this one out. Okay, we're going to make this good. Okay, we go 3 minutes. Alright, that motherfucker just called me a dust bear. Alright, check this out. I don't even know what that is, but like, check it out. Theo, I drink liquid death because of you, baby. I love it. And everybody that knows me, I'm the Rubestar. They're like, what's Rubestar drinking? Liquid death? So like, I can't even litter. If I were to litter, people would know it's me. But that's not even why I call it. I'm just like, look, man, I'm starting my podcast today. I'm doing it. Rubestar on YouTube, right? And we got to do all the editing stuff. But look, you're a big inspiration to me, and I want to help you. I know all kinds of stuff about astrology. I can solve a lot of riddles that way. Plus blood type. It's so important. What your blood type tells about you and your personality. So my question to you is, Theo, and in the meantime, I'll be working on this myself, but how big of a star does the Rubestar have to be to get on this past weekend with Theo Von? Okay, I'm gonna try and send you another another message using the video applications, and I'll try and do it shirtless because I know you're into that gay kind of shit like that, just a little bit, you know, no homo. But all right, I love you, man, and you can look forward to my next My next message is to Rubestar. Theo, this was probably a terrible message. I should probably erase it. I wonder if I'm going to get that option. But you know what? It's real. It's just real, man. This is what it was. That was it. All right, there we go. Peace. All right, that was pretty terrible, I gotta admit. I don't know if that was... Let's go smoke some weed, and then we'll try again or something. Yeah, okay, man. So, like, definitely, we gotta wrap this up. This is going way too long, dude. And, man, like, we're all over the place. So, we're gonna just hit things real quick, and maybe we'll close out with the stand-up. Okay. So, I watched a show called Lift the Veil, and I wanted to be co-host. I was thinking about asking the host, Nathan Stoltman, if I could do Mondays.
Hello, you're on the air.
Nate, it's the Rubestar.
Hey, Rubestar, what's up, man?
Next thing you know, well, I never did. I never asked him. And I'm sure he'd say no anyways. But he brings on this other guest, Jelena, just Jelena, Jelena.net, something like that. There will be no links anywhere in this show.
But not gone down the rabbit hole, which is why I'm glad Rubestar gave us a name to look into.
By the way, so then talks astrology. I dig it. June 8th is her birthday. Do the little communication on the Twitter. We're making communication. So it's basically, I want to do a show with her, an astrology show, a weekly astrology show. And it's up to her how far she could come through on her end. If she's interested, if she wants to. She said, maybe I'll have you as a mini guest. So I will take that mini guest spot anytime it's available. And, okay, so that's the Jelena update. But here's the question. I got the Magic 8 Ball. So we're going to ask Magic 8 Ball, will Jelena and I ever even have a first show together? And this is a pretty shitty Magic 8 Ball because it's like a bunch of bubbles. But, and look, it's all undecided. Ooh, 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 ooh. It's all bubbles. But I'm going to look and it says... Dude, it is Bubble City. Need a new 8 Ball. Dude, it's not, there's no, we can't see this answer. Okay, Magic 8 Ball, that was a bad response. Try again. Let's try. Will Jelena and I ever have a first episode, a show? Talk to me, baby. Come on, what do you say? You know, you're not a good 8 Ball. You're kind of like ruining the whole thing here. So, what will Jelena and I ever have a first episode? Okay, yeah, this thing. I mean, you got to see how many bubbles are in this thing. You can't. There's nothing. I don't know how to open it. I'll get Scott. Scott will figure it out. Okay. So, we don't know if we'll ever have a first episode. Coming up next, we have... Oh, I called the Alan Cox Show. I forgot all about it. Called the Alan Cox Show. I did the amino acid bit. And let's just play it.
Hey, Rubestar.
Alan, I've been doing lines of acid, and I was wondering if you've ever tried this. And hold on, I'm going to do one live on the air. Hold on. Okay, we're good. All right, go ahead. Have you ever done acid, Alan? And what kind do you do?
And what kind do you do?
Why are you coughing from doing a line of acid?
You even do a line of acid?
No.
See, you got to leave it to Rubestar because he will find a new way to do anything. He is a seeker. He is a searcher.
Yes.
You know, Roger Daltrey said everybody called him the seeker. I call Rubestar the seeker. He goes, I will do a line of acid and then cough. See?
Yeah, well, I don't know. Is that how you do it?
He is trying to open up his third eye.
Do you just, whoa, this was a good one. You swallow them? How do you do it?
That's between me and my clergyman, but I will defer to your judgment, Rubestar.
Well,
I was taking about four or five of these pills a day.
and
Acid pills, yes.
yes, L-histidine. It's an amino acid, Alan.
No,
Okay.
that's Benadryl.
And man, does it produce the dopamine?
Rubestar, did you? By the way, if you ever want to get into porn, Rubestar should be your name. Did you go to the gathering by any chance?
It's a Rube tube.
I know you're. Yeah, sorry. I know you're a man about towns.
No, I live out in Nelson's Ledges, and the best thing about the pandemic is the Juggalos canceled that year. They're supposed to be here.
I would think that would be a negative. They're bringing in all
What's
that
a big
money.
Negative. You don't. They don't pay.
They don't pay taxes to us. The place that they play here, the venue, we don't get none of it. And then we got to bring in the cops, and now I got cops everywhere. Alan, how am I supposed to be, doing what I do with all? I'm low profile. Juggalos make us high profile. Not good for the Rubestar.
I gotcha.
Yeah, I like to fly under the radar.
Yeah, Rubestar, when you're out there snorting pills of acid and then coughing, you definitely don't want any police activity. I understand. Okay, thank you, Rubestar.
Okay. So that was it. That was the Alan Cox clip. You just watched it. If all the editings were good and whatnot. And then, now it's all making sense why everybody does it. And, okay, so I go to Eurogyro. And Nick's not there. Nick Fleming's always the host, except when it's not his host. It's his wife's birthday. Of course, I forgot. And then there was another guy. So I come in there. Somebody's playing guitar. He sounds really good until he doesn't sound good. Mrs. Jones!
Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Jones, we got a thing going on.
Alright, shit, okay. And he keeps telling us that his guitar is out of tune. So I got footage, so we'll play some footage of that. I scribble down some jokes as fast as I can. I got swordfish. I know I want to do amino acids. I'm still working that one out in my head. Maybe I have an Amish joke. I don't know what I had. I have my piece of paper here somewhere. I wrote it all down. I was going to go into my servers, start talking shit about my servers. And, I had Biden material. I was going to say stuff like Biden this and Biden that and Biden. And it's probably best I didn't even go there. I didn't even have to go there. But I got it for next time if I do want to do it. But they're all like, I got to be a smart ass. So I don't even know if I could sell that, but I would do it. So I didn't do the Biden, but I opened with swordfish.
I work in a restaurant, and we got swordfish in the other day, and I said, is there any truly more tragic fish than a swordfish? Everybody you ever tried to kiss, you impaled with your giant sword nose.
I feel like if I tell it right, I think it could be told right. I did not tell it right.
If you were a swordfish, everybody you went to kiss, you would impale with your giant sword nose. Yes, it's terrible. Maybe the swordfish is not as hopeless as the marlin.
Or I did not tell it well enough. Oh yeah, I got that theanine drip. Okay, swordfish, and then I went into, did I go into amino acids? Till everybody's doing amino acids. Well, you'll see the thing. But right off the bat, somebody's head is right in the way. Walks up to the guitar player. Good job, Alex. I'm like,
Kinder than I deserve.
Hey, good job, Alex.
Okay.
dude, man, did you not see me setting up my rig for 15 minutes when I should have been writing material?
Recently, we celebrated Chris Cornell's, actually it was Chris Cornell's birthday not too long ago, July 20th. Sadly, that day is forever marred by Chester Bennington's suicide. Chester Bennington, a tortured musician. You often wonder how he came up with such lyrics. He once told us in an interview that he was molested as a child, tragically. And even though his father was a detective, special pedophile unit, he could never figure out that his own son was being molested. Chester, it's your father. I just want to wrestle, Chester. Crawling in my skin! I promise I'll wear a sock this time, Chester. These wounds, they will not heal! So that's how he came up with his lyrics. I've been doing a lot of acid lately. Anybody do acid here? What do you do? L-histidine, L-tyrosine, L-theanine? What's your favorite amino acid? I've been doing L-histidine, popping these babies like crazy. Let me tell you, the only problem with them is they raise your IQ, okay? Oh, Rubestar, what's wrong? What's wrong getting a higher IQ from eating L-histidine? You just find out you're surrounded by idiots. Anybody ever have a job here before? Anybody ever work? You know what I'm talking about. You're surrounded by idiots. Yeah? So we can't have that. So I pop these babies out like candy. You take one, you take one. You better have 4. So I know a lot of people are like, oh yeah, Rubestar, you're drinking all that bang with all those amino acids, but all that caffeine, baby, you're just pissing it all out. Joke's on them. I drink my own piss. Winning. Is that maybe an Amish joke or a Mexican joke to close it? You know why there's no Mexican firefighters? They can't tell the difference between hose A and hose B. All right, we'll do Amish next time. Thank you guys, you've been great. You've been amazing. Take your amino acids.
So I think it went over pretty well. I think Colby Grimes was there. I don't know this dude's name, but he's always there, and he was there. And he was like, hey, Reuben, good to see you. So yeah, that was the Euro Gyro, and it was material, and I just got the fuck out of there, dude. I got out of there, dude. I left. So yeah, I left, and well, there it is. Whatever, I put it up, so it's back. The Rubestar's back. That's what he's doing. He's throwing it out. Okay, so I guess maybe I didn't have that much to say about it. And then, oh, Jaronism. That's right. I forgot about Jaronism. So I've been calling it Jaronism.
Yo, it's the Rubestar. I asked your birthday on Facebook, and I just wanted to chew the fat with you, my brother man. All right, welcome, Rubestar. Did I get that right?
This is strange. I asked all these people. I was like, hey, dude, I want to co-host. Let me do a podcast with you, right? Everybody's got podcasts. Let me jump on a car that's already running. And they're like, dude, we don't even know who you are. And I'm like, okay. I thought for sure that my confidence in myself alone would inspire you to believe. So therefore, plan B, show the world how awesome I could be, is plan B. So that's what we're doing. So we're being awesome, and we're showing the world. And, oh, Jaronism. So Jaron's one of the dude, he's like, same old story, Jaron. When's your birthday? Here's your birthday. Almost the same as Dr. Doublegoat. I told you this. He's a lot like him. I see it. Way more subdued. Way more turned down. Dr. Doublegoat on 8. Jaron on 4. Okay. So I've called into a show twice. I almost want to play it for you, but I don't even know if it's that good. But his link will not be in the description either. If you don't know who Jaronism is, then I cannot help you. So look, basically everybody's shooting me down on the podcast, dude. They're like, it ain't happening for you, Rube. ace in the hole. Phil the Thrill out of Russia.
Hello people, today we're going to talk about one interesting thing which is called sunken lane or hollow way, hollow road.
We're in negotiations for a September podcast. So now this has already been established, dude. You guys didn't know this. You didn't know Phil and I were already throwing down. You didn't know we had that connection, dude. We had that soul connection. You guys didn't know that. Weren't paying attention. That's okay. It's going to be reiterated. And you will see the Rubestar, Phil the Thrill, Phil Druzinin, Mud Flood Theories, Advanced Research. Mud Flood Advanced Research. So, here, now I have my own mission. I have to do all these podcasts that I promised to you. Now, I also have to get ready to give Phil an excellent podcast. I have to give him an excellent podcast. My pictures need to be tight. I can't be sloppy. We don't want no sloppy poppy. So that's it, dude. That's it. I mean, look forward to in September. Phil and I throwing down. You know, might not happen, but it's probably going to happen, dude. So it's just, you know. And let me tell you something. And we could even really, in fact, we're going into this on Phil's show. When Phil has me on, we're going to go into this. Notre Dame was on fire the last time Phil and I did a show. Okay? So, everything happens twice, motherfucker. What's going to burn this time? So pick the date, Phil. You pick it, I pick it. We're going to pick that date. And we're going to watch the Hocus Pocus Circus Mocus. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been amazing. This was a great first episode. I think I covered it all. All right, real quick, we're just going to go over the notes, see if I missed anything. Oh, dude. We left out Jenny Rose. Okay, so all these people I'm trying to do a podcast with, one of them is super hot new flat earther on the scene chick, Jenny Rose, out of Mayfield, Ohio. Which is a hop, skip, a jump, and 45 minutes away from me. No answer, no response. I do not exist to her. We're going to let it go. You're going to let it go. Okay, so we're dropping the Rose, picking up the Jelaine. We're bracing for the Phil the Thrill. We're not going to be handling any snakes. Does not look like we're going to be doing any snake handling. And, ooh, we might be quantum grammaring. So, folks, thanks for spending your time with me. I'm Reuben Hezekiah Koleszar. For the Reuben Hezekiah of the Koleszars. That's me. That's what I do. So I do. I do it. Play out with some music. Just Rubestar, Koleszar calling your shot. Play with some decimator. Magic 8 Ball, Will Jelena and I have a show together. Without a doubt. No bubbles. Here it is. This is what you have to be patient. You cannot shake up the 8 ball. Together, can you read? Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Like, I didn't know that. I didn't already know that, dude. Magic 8 Ball. You just tell me what I already know, man. They're just telling me what the Rubestar knows. And now we're going to rock out to Toddy Cakes. I can't believe this shit, man. Let's get out here. Out there, but it rocks.
Much too strong to let it go now.